Yes, absolutely. The 5 o'clock numbers are in. I heard you guys talk about how this could be a storm unlike any other that Florida has ever experienced. It's going to be. It's going to be, guys. And I don't use those words lightly at all. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this storm. While you were sleeping, it got stronger. It's continuing to get stronger. The hurricane-force wind field is expanding. Typically, a typical hurricane, okay? Has Florida ever had a storm this strong before? Yes. Yes, they have. But not by much. And here's the difference. Typically, a storm would come on shore like around, say, pick a town, West Palm Beach, travel across the peninsula, lose some of its oomph, exit the west coast as a tropical storm. Not this storm. This storm comes on shore, and then it literally ping-pongs right up and down the eastern seaboard of Florida. All of those beautiful beaches there are just going to take a hit. And I want to give you the latest information. Okay, the National Hurricane Center now has the 5 o'clock numbers out. So often I use the term, hey, this is going to be a storm about the wind, or a storm about the surge, or a storm about the rainfall. This is all three. You get all three with this storm. Now let's get right to those 5 o'clock numbers from the National Hurricane Center. Here's what they're calling for. They have a storm field right now. It's 60 miles from the center it extends. Okay, so it's 120 miles wide with 140 mile per hour maximum winds. Moving to the northwest at 13 miles per hour. Right now it's about 25 miles from Freeport in the Bahamas. It's 100 miles even east-southeast of West Palm Beach in Florida, and that's sort of the direction it's moving in. Take a look at this track, and this is brand new information that has just come in, because literally I had put a pause point in the movie right there because it was holding on to Cat 4 status all the way up to the Georgia border. Now we see it going from a 4, possibly making a landfall, possibly staying just offshore, and here we are at Cat 3 around Jacksonville. Is that a landfall? Is it not? It's going to be so close. A little wobble anywhere along this track gives you a landfall. Then you're looking at a Cat 2 somewhere around the Georgia-South Carolina border, transitioning to a Cat 1. So we're seeing a little bit weaker scenario, but for the next 24 hours, it's not weaker. You're dealing with a big storm here, and look at this. It becomes not necessarily a track, it just becomes like a big sort of blob, if you will, because it could affect the same areas twice. It would be much weaker, but it's possible that could happen. Just want to quickly show you what the wind field looks like. It extends about 60 miles from the center. So if you want to get out of hurricane-force winds, and let's say you're in Melbourne, you'd have to go to Orlando or points west of that. Guys, I'll be tracking it all, but let's go back to you for the time being.
Okay, Lonnie, thanks so much.